everybody, this is Julie from the Julie Shepherd Show in Naptown area. I am here today over at the Harbor Center with my friend Marty.
Hello.
This is Marty. She's the owner of Fleet Feet, and we are here to talk about how to best pick a tennis shoe out for those runners out there. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about Marty. Marty and I have something in common. We are a veteran-owned and operated store, and we're both Navy veterans. So would you like to tell everybody what brought you to Annapolis?
What brought me to Annapolis?
Yeah, so what brought you to Annapolis?
Well, I'm originally from Annapolis, but the idea to open a running store came from when I was actually running back in the day in college and beyond, and traveled to some other states, and I actually ventured into a Fleet Feet out in California and thought to myself at the time, what a great idea this would be for Annapolis. I was still in the military for a couple years, so it took a few years for me to get here and get the store open, but here we are, and that was kind of the beginning of it.
And where did you go to school?
I went to the Naval Academy, and I ran there.
Yes, she is from the United States Naval Academy right here in Annapolis. So I wanted to show you something. I have something on my finger. It's the ring from the class of 1991, and here it is.
I'm not wearing mine yet.
Oh, shame on you.
Today.
And can you tell everybody what goes in of selecting what goes on the ring?
Oh boy, well the ring is, from what I remember, was fairly standard as far as the class crest and the Naval Academy crest, and then what you basically select is, you know, obviously the stone that you want in it and whether or not you want things set around it, like you have diamonds around yours. So, and then the engraving side of it, but you can pick the size, you can pick the type of metal that you're using. And yeah.
So one side of the ring, all classes get, correct?
Yep.
That's the Navy sword, shield, and the Marine emblem.
Correct.
And the other side, there is a committee from your class that decides what goes on the ring, right?
Right.
And then you guys vote on the style that you want?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So listen, I want to get into this, and she's going to show me how to fit my foot for a good running tennis shoe. So
Yeah, this is basically kind of what you can expect. Fleet Feets are, we're all independently owned franchises, so we're all a little bit different, and we tailor our needs to what our community is looking for. But the customer service experience and the fit process is going to be similar no matter what Fleet Feet you go into. So the best way to kind of describe to Julie is to just take her through what our customer would experience if somebody were to walk through our doors, and we welcome anyone with experience or zero experience. Everybody should be comfortable here, and it's our job just to educate the customer and let them know what we have to offer.
And Marty knows her stuff. Her store has been here for 17 years.
I
So
know.
let's get to
Went
it.
by in a heartbeat.
It did. Okay.
Okay, so first things first is I'm going to have you put on one of our try-on socks. We have customers wear our socks because they are highly sanitized and washed in a special way to make sure that they are clean for everyone and that we have clean socks going into clean shoes. What size shoe do you typically wear?
I wear size 12.
Okay, so we are going to gonna pick one of my favorite. I have multiple favorite socks, but we're gonna start with this sock.
With this one?
Yeah. We always encourage people to wear technical fabrics on their feet. Feet tend to sweat a lot. And if you're in a cotton sock, cotton absorbs moisture and odor. And the cotton will wick the moisture away from your feet, and it can cause friction and blisters and dirty, smelly feet and yellow toenails. So
Oh, we don't want that.
No, these are wicking fabrics. They're going to keep your feet cool. They're going to keep your feet dry. These are left and right foot, R and L on the toes, because they have arch panels built in to hug your fascia tendon under your foot and minimize vibration of that tendon. So I'm going to have you take your shoes and socks off, and we're going to put these socks on.
Okay. Now, who's put a sock on with one hand?
Do you need help? Since, you're a little challenged at the moment.
I am challenged to one leg.
We will assist you today, yes. And sometimes we have to do that for our customers because sometimes people come in.
Just one foot.
Just one foot,
Yeah,
okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on here, center my feet, and I'm going to stand perfectly still. And it's going to scan me. Takes about 30 seconds. am done with that part. Now another section that we can do, because we are able to offer people custom inserts, and it provides a little more data as we're going to walk across the track pad. It's going to map the bottom of our feet as we're moving. So I am going to start walking back and forth. It takes about 6 to 8 passes.
And what is the mat looking for here?
Well, I'm going to show you as soon as we are done.
Okay.
Although it appears to be glitching at the moment. All right, we might have to skip that one. Do we have one of the? No. That's all right. We're gonna go with the trackpad's not working on this particular iPad, but typically we do have one. So anyway, this is going to show you is a couple different dimensions about your feet. So these are my feet. So this is a foot measurement, not a shoe size. So both feet measure 7.4. Most people's feet are about a half size different in length. So I always tell people, don't be surprised if one of them's an 8 and one of them's a 7.5, right? Like it's very common. And we have people all the way up to 1 to even 2 size differences sometimes. Some people have injuries, you know, birth defects. They might, we got a couple customers that had lawnmower incidences, right? So there's really nothing that we can't handle as far as fitting people into the right shoe, even in a custom form. So anyway, so I am measuring out to a 7.4. We will go for shoe size about a half to a full size up from that. So I wear an 8.5. B for women is an average width. I'm a wide at a D, and in between that average and wide on the right. So we fit to typically the longer foot and the wider foot, so I'm an 8.5 wide. My arches are a little on the higher side, right one being higher than the left.
This is so cool.
Yeah, my instep height is high on both feet. That's from the ground to the top of the foot. Heel width, kind of narrow to average-ish width of the heel. This is a couple measurements about the thickness or the girth of your feet. So I'm kind of average around the front part of my feet and average on the right and a little bit thicker on the left. And then my toe box is, you know, pretty wide, but I am wide. We also look at the ankles to see if a lot of times people who overpronate, their ankles will be sinking inward. And I'm more of a person who supinates or walks on the outside of my feet. So when we talk about the different types of shoes that we have on the wall, we have shoes that are beneficial for supinators like myself who walk on the outside, and we have shoes that are beneficial for people who overpronate, which is where their ankles roll in, and those are stability shoes. And then, so a neutral shoe is going to have the same density of cushion throughout the whole shoe. Neutral shoe cushion tends to be a little softer. Stability shoes, and they're all going to be a little different, but they're going to have some kind of resistance on the instep to prevent you from rolling inward. This happens to have a guide rail. This is how Brooks does it. Other brands will do it in different ways. They'll use a dual density, or they'll make this foam section more firm, or they might even put a plastic post through the midfoot. So in my case, I'm a neutral, and I do wear neutral shoes and wide, and then it's just a matter of, you know, at that point, we have enough information about your feet. We'll go to the back, we'll pull 2 or 3 shoes that we think are going to be appropriate, and we try them on. We also address the need for inserts. The liners that come with these shoes are 50-cent pieces of foam because they know that most people are going to be replacing them with their own insert.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people will come in and say, I need a good supportive shoe, something with an arch, right? But what they don't realize is that they don't actually build the shoes with the arches in them because everyone's arch is so different. And half the people walking in have one arch higher than another. So the equalizer really is a proper fit to the insert. And we use data from this program as well, and the mapping that didn't work right now, but on another iPad it would have worked. And it would show us how much you're pronating or supinating. And then we can pull a couple different inserts. We would have you stand on them. We would look at the arch profile, the heel encapsulation, and then select an insert, put it in the shoe so you could try it as a whole system to see what's most comfortable. Inserts encapsulate your heel, and they help keep you more aligned in your shoe. And when you're more aligned in your shoe, you're more apt to engage all 5 toes more evenly. So it can help with balance. It can help manage that
pronation, overpronation or supination. And just support the arch, which takes pressures off the knees and the hips and lower back. So we'll discuss, we'll discuss a quality sock if you haven't been using one. We'll discuss the shoe, the insert, and then of course we have all the other things, here that people need. A lot of people come in with plantar fasciitis. It's extremely common. Most people have a little bit of that in their lifetime, in which case they really don't need to be walking around barefoot at home. So we have supportive sandals and flip-flops and slides, so that people have a comfortable option and not have to wear a running shoe with inserts around their house, right? A lot of times people will come in and they'll say, I'm a walker. Do you have walking shoes? Nowadays, most people do their walking in a running shoe. They're kind of universal. They can be used for either activity. Running shoes tend to be pretty breathable, a little bit lighter weight, a little hardier, and have great shock absorption. So you want that whether you're walking or running. We have people that have circulation issues, so we fit people into compression, whether it be a calf sleeve or a full sock. And then all the injury, tools and preventions. Knee braces and, knee straps and ankle braces and all those things.
Wow, I had no idea that all that went into picking a running shoe.
It is. I mean,
it's amazing. You have different socks, different fillers, different inserts. Wow.
It sounds like a lot. I mean, I try and tell people, carve out a good 20 minutes or so when you come in, because not that somebody's going to walk out with all those things on the day they come here, but we're going to educate them, let them know what we have, so that they know what is available in the future if they need it, so they know what's here. But to properly go through fit, we want to take our time, and luckily the equipment provides so much information that it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it, so that you don't have to try on 20 shoes and be here for 2 hours.
That's
you
wonderful.
Get it done in a pretty efficient manner.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Well, yeah, I would like to share that we have a great staff. We have people that have been here for quite some time. And, there's a pretty rigorous training program that happens. So when you come in here, you can definitely be confident that anyone that you're working with is going to be able to give you the same quality fit. And I also want everyone to know that please feel comfortable coming in here. You never have to feel intimidated in any way. We welcome all people, beginners. We don't get just people who have been running their whole lives. Part of what we love to do is introduce people to activity, whether it be walking or running, or they're doing, workouts at the gym. Just come on in. We're here to help you and answer your questions.
Wow, Marty, that was so much information. I had no idea what you did. And it sounds like a lot of work into making a decision on what tennis shoe is best for you and how to get the best use out of it.
Yeah.
But we want to leave this interview with saying, go Navy,
Go Navy,
beat Army. Yeah, thank you. Come see her at the Fleet Feet in Harbor Center.
Hope to see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.